I know it's been a while since we haven't gotten a Planet of the Apes film since War. And yes, it's been confirmed 24th Century Fox has confirmed a new story of Planet of the Apes film will be coming in 2024 of May. And we will get Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes in May of 2024 next year. And we know Rise, Dawn, and War of Planet of the Apes did so well at the box office, and they made a ton of money at the box office. For a while, the reboots did so well. Like, I'm impressed. And I know the first three films were about Caesar and the ape colony and the whole simile flu, the pandemic wiped out most of humanity. And, of course, the three films were pretty amazing and they had good storyline and much good of everything what happened so far. And the last one left off after Caesar died and got the apes to a oasis in the end of War for Planet of the Apes. And then yes, it's been confirmed we're getting a new trilogy of Planet of the Apes follow-up of the previous films. And pretty much, we got our first look of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Sorry, I'm a little saying it correctly, but here's a good scene from the movie, and it looks like a city has been in ruins and claimed by nature after the whole pandemic and the disease mutation, and after the whole ape and human war ended at the cost of Caesar's life in the end of the last movie. But Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will pick off what War of Planet of the Apes left off after those events. If you see right here, there's an ape riding a horse, and it looks like an eagle or a bird looking at Oasis town, left off of the whole human and ape war. But yes, humanity is dead. But we don't know what's going to happen in this fourth installment. And pretty much, I did found this on Facebook yesterday. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes logo. But we don't know what's going to happen in this fourth installment in this new trilogy. And we know Caesar has died in the end of the last movie after taking an arrow in the back. And pretty much, I'm just noticing now when I watch the War of Planet of the Apes on my iPad, and I know this was Caesar's last final appearance before the fourth installment, and we know Caesar's youngest son, Cornelius, will be the main character of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, because pretty much we know Caesar's dead after he got the apes to an oasis. And we know after so much happened in the follow-up films like Dawn and War. And we know Will is dead in the movie. And pretty much Cobra, the ape who's holding the gun right here, is pretty much responsible for the whole human and ape war. And the first three films have good, interesting villains. And we know the Colonel from War of Planet of the Apes was one hell of a ruthless villain trying to save humanity from the disease because it had a mutation. And we know in the film it reveals the Colonel is just a worthless coward who's trying to save humanity. But in the end, humanity is already wiped out. And here's the canisters. So it all began with at Rise, Planet of the Apes. And pretty much, I don't know if the disease is gonna make a return or have another mutation in this new trilogy. And yeah, Stephen Jacobs. And pretty much he was responsible for humanity's destruction and its collapsion. I mean, when humanity did collapse, because Jacobs was pretty much responsible for everything. And even between the events of Dawn and War, because pretty much he's kind of responsible for pretty much everything. But we know he's already dead because he died in Rise. And the company who was really responsible made the disease, and pretty much after the follow-up of Dawn, a Planet of the Apes, we know Jim's laboratory was shut down after the company and Jacobs were pretty much responsible for humanity's destruction and its collapse. And we know what happened to San Francisco at Dawn, a Planet of the Apes, and we know, and now the town has been abandoned and it's already acclaimed by nature. And we know what happened to everyone around the world about humanity collapsed and ended up being destroyed by the whole disease. And we know in the end of the movie, we know the apes ended up making it through a oasis. They're finally free from war, death, and destruction. And there's Caesar dead already. And the end of War of Planet of the Apes. And we know two armies were facing off in the battle for the border. Here's Alpha Omega's flag, the Colonel's army, and here's the I think the remaining of the U.S. government who were fighting against Alpha Omega team in the final battle of War for Planet of the Apes. And since they were the last of humans standing, but we know in the movie an avalanche wiped out both sides. And here's the battle. And pretty much, like, the battle was pretty good in War of Planet of the Apes. Like, no offense. And, yeah, both sides have been killed in an avalanche. And here's the beginning of the human-ape war. But pretty much, the war ended because Caesar ended the war and it cost him his life. And here's the beginning of the Ape Rebellion in Rise, Caesar, Maurice. And here's the same thing again. And we know Kingdom of Planet of the Apes is coming soon to theaters in May of 2024. And here's the release day when it comes out. And pretty much that's it for now. And I don't know what this this fourth installment's going to be about. But I know it will focus on Caesar's youngest son, Cornelius. since he's going to be the main character of everything in this next trilogy. But I don't know what the fourth film is going to be about, but yes, it's been confirmed 24th Century Fox will be making Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And the teaser trailer will definitely be out by the beginning of January of 2024 or December of 2023. And pretty much Cornelius is the only one left in Caesar's family. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And leave a comment and go subscribe to my channel, and have a nice day, all of you.